Hello everybody, welcome back to Garden Paws. This is Tori. This is a little bit of a deviation from my normal videos, but I kinda wanted to do this. Basically it's a money making tip video because when I started, there's some stuff that I wish I had known. And for anybody that's getting going, probably this could be helpful, maybe. Of course, this game is the kind of game that you can play it any way you want to play it. There is no set rules. You can be a builder, you can be a farmer. I just do it this way, which is a mixture of farmer and I'm not a builder, but a farmer and a scavenger kind of thing. Um, I'll try to keep this as spoiler free as possible because I don't want to ruin the idea of people learning things, but I'm just kind of running over this direction as you'll see in a second. So when you first start the game, there's a couple things that you have that kind of want you to do. In particular, it kind of leads you to understand part of the way that you play this game is you have a shop. And the shop is, I think that's the only way to get money except for quests, and you can't just get enough money through quests. So, the first thing that I would do, knowing this, is when you begin, there's these things here. They're plant fiber. And plant fiber, when you craft it into paper, ends up being a really, really good source of money. It's 51 coins, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if the prices end up being a little bit off, but nonetheless, the idea is still the same. So when you leave your house, as you'll see the route that I'm taking, you would want to run over to this section over here. And the best part about plant fiber is it doesn't take any energy. And also it gives you small insects which you can craft into fishing bait to use to fish, which is also really good early game stuff, is to fish, make a grill, and grill the fish, and they sell for pretty good. But over here is the main source of fiber. And of course, once you deplete it, and I think even the first day, even with the inventory, you can deplete it entirely. You'll have to do other things in between it, and of course you won't be starting in winter, which gives you everything is slower and such. But oh no, I'm gonna replace that. You essentially, yeah, so I'd say the first day, as soon as you do what your first visitor requests, I would run out here and just get a bunch of plant fiber, open your store as they request. No more room, that's fine. Do as they request, and then go back, open your shop, and then once you finish going to your shop, go to town, meet everybody, and then I would, if it was me, I would get the first shop upgrade. Because that makes selling things so much easier. And then from there, you kind of just, I don't know, the best source of income really quickly is the fiber that you make into paper and then dandelions. But the thing is, I don't like to sell the dandelions because they ultimately will be needed for quests. So, you know, save that up. Obviously not going to tell you what quests or and what amounts, but, you know, keep that in mind. And then and then also I really suggest opening chests. Chests usually have the flowers and other things that might be worth selling, and some of them may not even be on the ground first. But a big key to this game is upgrades change what grows in the surrounding area. So you saw when I was picking stuff up that I had hydrangeas. Hydrangeas just don't grow for your first winter. Eventually they will, yes, but they don't at first. And then basically I would say after the first 2 weeks of your game, you will, sorry, this is weird trying to concentrate on this and then tell you that at the same time. But after the first 2 weeks of your game, You can sell dandelions, pink leaves, stuff like, I mean, like I said, be careful with the dandelions, but you can sell the pink leaves and stuff for profit. And then, oh, if you get duplicate clothing, I like to sell duplicate clothing. I know later in the game you can do dyeing, I will say that. I don't really think it's a spoiler per se, that's not really a secret. I have to fix that, guys, see what happened here. And then the next biggest source, sorry, I got confused there for a second. The next biggest source of income would be to sell the tall white flowers, which I dropped off in my box over here. And see, these guys, they sell for 50 each if I'm not mistaken. So, yes, they're also used for quests, but not as often. So selling them is good for profit. And basically, and then after that, what I really like to do is get the cooking station. I believe it comes right automatically in your crafting, just in your menu. If not, you have to only do not too many quests and you unlock it. And then buy strawberry seeds from Sammy. If you buy strawberry seeds from Sammy, they make a pretty good profit, especially if you plant them with fertilizer. And you learn how to do that, don't worry. And then you can make some teas and such in your cooking station. Of course, not all things are in here when you start, so I don't want to show you everything. But one thing in particular is pies sell for a lot of money. So you want to do that. And then after that, your best bet is as soon as you can, when you have the money, is get the flower shop, because Elizabeth will teach you bouquets. And bouquets sell for way more money than just flowers alone. Even daisies can be profitable, especially ones, not necessarily ones you grow, but the ones that you gather for sure. So you come in here, make sure you have the paper that you had been selling. You probably want to stock up on that, sell and stock up on, and then you can sell them. See, like 125, 200, like look at that. But of course, that'd be a little easy on the dandelion selling at first. 325 for 5 and paper, like that's great. Ultimately, you would probably want to aim for, I believe in terms of like growing time, these are the longest, but it is worth the most. So I do lavender, frost lavender, and also the white flower bouquets. I believe the white flowers grow the fastest out of all of those. And then I basically combine the growing of strawberries and the growing of flowers for bouquets to make lots of money. And in one day, you could make 20, 30,000, and those are not even with me optimizing stacks. But ultimately, as you can see here, the best thing, and I can't really tell you exactly when you'll get it, or I can, but I'm not going to, is if you follow Sammy's quest line, you'll get seed makers here. So you would put, for example, a flower in there, and over a few in-game hours, not like regular game, but like, you know what I mean, in-game hours in the 20 minutes that it takes for a day to finish. And you see that little bar, it'll turn them into seeds. And you use the seeds to plant them at first because you won't have access to this, but eventually you will get a offer from Sammy in your second year. It will give you the seed bundler, and you put a fertilizer and 4 to make the bundles. See the little plus marks there? And then every thing that you get is a guaranteed return, and it's fertilized, and sometimes you can get some seed boxes. So then you can end up making bouquets quickly. Now mind you, I have a pretty small garden, as you can see. But you can really go for it, especially because when you pick your own flowers, it doesn't use energy. Of course, it takes energy to water and stuff. And as you can see, I have sprinklers, but that is something else that you'll have to figure out how to unlock. I will say that the seed bundles, if I haven't said it already, or seed makers come from Sammy quests. So keep an eye on Sammy. Samming is very important if you want to go this route. You also have the options of just crafting things. Just crafting is perfectly fine, to be honest. Little guy. Oh, there's a bubble that I'm not going to be able to get anymore, but that's okay. Just crafting things, but I've tried to optimize what I'm doing versus what I'm getting, and I feel like crafting a lot of times just takes me too long, so I just do the easy, I make pies in a set, they bake for a long time, so that's why pies are not always the best. And then versus doing the bouquets, you can do them as soon as they're done, you can just go and make a bouquet. And they stack in 10. So basically those are my tips as to how to make money. The easiest ways from beginning to, I guess I can't say end, but to really optimize it now. So far that is the best way, is this situation here. So I hope that proves helpful to you, and if you have any questions you can always leave them in the comments. And I appreciate everyone watching, and I hope you have a good day.